Hi guys, welcome to Virgin Pretty Honey here. If you saw my unboxing of the Tabula Mundi tarot, you know I got a bit excited, and I'm on my summer vacation now, and I'm thinking of devoting this month of June to the studies of my Tabula Mundi and also my Thoth tarot, because I've been taking a short break with Thoth. But in this video I'm showing you these two cards. This is the bigger version, the silver edition of the Tabula Mundi, and then I have the small Minima Mundi edition also. And the thing that I'm most excited about now also is the book M, the Liber Mundi book. I love how Emma Meline added a chapter where she goes through when she created, for example, the major arcana, how they were created in a astrological time that was really fitting of the planetary movements or moon phases or anything connected to that specific card. So I found that edition really interesting in this book. And today I thought, because there's one spread in this book, and I thought we would go through a sample reading from that spread. And also, I'm really excited about learning astrology and devoting also time to my astrology studies in this month, because that goes well hand in hand both with Tabula Mundi and with the Thoth deck. And so that's why I'm highlighting also few funny, nice astrological details and talking a bit about my necklace also. But let's jump into today's episode. So we are doing the spread from the book M, Liber Mundi, Emma Meline's book that goes with the Tabula Mundi tarot. And in the book we have the spread, the riddle of the Sphinx. Quick detour to the royal stars of the heaven in the universe card. The Regulus is the heart of the lion in the lust card, the watcher of the north. And then Antares is the heart of the Scorpio and watcher of the west. And the death card and Scorpio is my zodiacal sign, and I have this necklace that I've made a few years ago, 1 year or something ago. It's made out of old gold that me and the hubby had, and some old diamonds also were taken out and put into this necklace to the star constellation formation of the Scorpio constellation. And there we see the Antares star as a black diamond in my necklace. Just a fun little detail. Fomalhaut is the mouth of the fish in Aquarius. The star pours into the mouth of the southern fish and is the watcher of the south. Aldebaran is the eye of the bull, Taurus, the Hierophant, and the watcher of the east. And for the spirit I chose the Eon card, which is the elemental card of spirit and fire in this deck also. And I love how she talks about in the book what Stephen Hawking says about watch out the wormholes, you never know what you may come out of them. And I have these books of Stephen Hawking and about galaxies, so I'm on the same page with her. So it happens that my house is perfectly positioned, so that in my attic, my trunk is sitting like north is down there. That's north, that's south, that's west, and that's east. And funny coincidence that my beautiful Aquarian tarot scarf
that serves now as a reading cloth, has this compass looking image on the top, and it sits perfectly with my compass here. If we put it there. Yes. So let's start with the spread.
So why am I playing with a compass before a spread? Is because the book says that the spread considers the 4 directions as the 4 elements, the 4 letters of the divine name, and the 4 powers of the Sphinx. And it says that after invoking Heru and shuffling, the first cards are drawn from the top of the pack. In the north, as the first card, the lay to will is placed. It's the spark of the force, the father of the situation, and the primal beginning and first stirrings. And the book says you should consider things of the element of fire, like life force, creativity, passion, and the force of will. And here we got the Magus, showing a spark for manifesting and creating, and him having all his tools. So the father, the will, the creation here is coming the Magus wanting to manifest something new. Let's check the second card. Then for the next card, it says that placed in the west is odor, to dare. And this is the power of love. And the first form, the mother, where the spark of will that has been received now gestates. And it tells you to consider the things of all of the element of water, such as love, conception, joy, fertility, and the emotions. This is the cup where things are conceived. So here is the mother, the emotion, and today we got lost card, wanting it and bringing all the emotion and investing all the emotions into the mix, and really lusting for this new creation coming from the Magus here at the father position. And then for the third card, and that one is placed to the south, is sire, I guess, to know. Here's the power of reason and thought. And it says that this is what has been created for. It says that this is what has been created from the prior 2 cards, the son of the primal parents of will and love. So the will was the father and the love is the mother, and the third card is the son. And it says that to consider things of element of air, and this is the sword that your intellect has evoked. And how funny, when we move to the air, we got the 8 of Swords, bringing us the power of reason and kind of understanding that there are issues on the way and interference is probably coming, and getting tangled with thoughts. So also bringing in some critical thinking here to the mix of the creation of manifesting and lusting and wanting it so much from the Magus and the Lust card. And then to the fourth card, which is the last placed in East, is Takere, to keep silent. And this is the power to take action in the material world. And it is the combination and culmination of the other 3 cards, the daughter. So we have now the father, mother, son, and the daughter in each sign. And then consider things of the element of earth, such as materiality and incarnation. This is the disc of discernment you are given. And here in the earth position, action in material world, I think we are getting the power to change the interference, because this is something that you should be able of changing yourself, even though we have the fortune card, that it's not normally a card like that. And then the fifth card is drawn from the bottom of the pack, and this is and that one is power, ire, to go, the unification of all the four combined as the holy name. And then it says that you should consider a message from spirit. So this spread is coming out really interesting, because we have until now 3 majors and only 1 minor arcana on the table. And when we go to the 5th card in the spirit position, the guidance from the spirit, and to go, and we got another major. We got the priestess here. So I guess tying this all together with the message from spirit is to eventually trusting into the intuition and listening the inner knowledge and inner voice of yourself, to be able to pull the manifestation and tie in the emotions and change the faith with the fortune, and overcome the interference and create a successful project on whatever we were doing in this sample reading. But in any case, the point wasn't so much to do the reading, it was more than that, to just show you how the Sphinx spread works in this book. And then it also gives you an option to expand this spread to draw 4 more cards from the top of the pack and placing them around in the circle to show the forces that influence the first 4 cards, either helping or hindering each of the 4 powers according to elemental dignity. So before closing up this session, I'm just showing you the decks here and the book. I'll link it down below where you can get these from Emma Maline's website if you want to. I think it's totally worth. Here's the little white book that comes with the big size deck with silver edition. There are a few differences, because now if I'm thinking about what edition to buy, at least the silver edition, it feels amazing and it's amazing to use, but the silver linings on the cards, as you can see, they don't work so well on the camera, so it's harder to read. But in this Minima Mundi that came in that little velvety pouch, this is on the standard edition, and here the coloring on the text and the borders are different, so this is easier to work with a camera. As you can see here, the Queen of Cups, the text is showing perfectly. And just a short comparison here to the end for the card stock on the thickness, and they're almost the same size. The riffle shuffling goes perfectly with the big deck, but with the smaller deck, it's not the best way. They are way too short and thick to be riffled. So there was a sample reading and a few thoughts about the Tabula Mundi and the Librem book. I would love to hear your thoughts about this deck, and if you've done the spread also, it would be interesting to hear what you think about that. But until next time again, bye guys!